Well. What do we have here? How's it going, guys? Good morning. Oh, how is that buffer? Hold on a second. Let me just see if everything's okay here. How's it going, guys? Good morning. There's a little bit of a lag. Hopefully that's going to go away. Let me just turn off a couple of apps and see if that fixes anything. How's it going, y'all? Good morning. A little bit of LoFi for your day as we get into what are we gonna talk about? We're talking about that stock market. We have the cheat code algorithm here. Give us a sense of where is GME and AMC going. So let's actually take a quick look, switch it up for the morning. In the after hours, on the 30-minute chart, AMC had a 4 out of 4 buy signal. Here, and here. I think I'm still lagging a little bit. Hopefully that goes away. GME on the 30-minute chart also had, hold on a sec. What time is this? 6:30. Oh, where's the after hours data? Well, a 2 out of 4 buy signal on GME. So both of these stocks are facing some buy signals. Soft buy signals to be sure, but buy signals all the same. Top of the morning to you. So my camera looks okay. I think it's actually just my ingester. So let's see if I can turn on a different camera. See if that fixes it. All right, guys. Like we said, we extended the subscriber goal to tomorrow, which is today now. So we have an 80,000 subscriber goal, at which time I'm going to go in and grab me some more GME and AMC. Hence the title of this video. Let's see if this makes it better. Yep. So it's that ingester card. Huh. Well, what can we do except unplug it? Let's unplug it. Okay, guys. See if that fixes anything. Suzanne Trimbath, that's right. We have the Dr. AMA that we're going to cover later today. Hope you guys are excited. We had a spoiler alert from Mr. Austin Tobit earlier today. Sorry, yesterday. I'm getting my yesterdays, tomorrows, and todays mixed up here. But my name is Andrew. That's Professor Meatball in a snazzy little tie. He loves, what is this? The colors of France. Right here. Oh, let me see if you guys can see that. Right there. That's cute. As I pull up more data, like we just said, for people who just are coming in, we have on the 30-minute chart 4 out of 4 strong buy signal for AMC, and on GME's case, we have a 2 out of 4 soft buy signal from regular market hours yesterday. We're going to go to our deep data dive as always. Start off the day. Stonk time in 17 minutes, 41 seconds. GME, 300,000 shares available to borrow. Once again, we are experiencing very similar to yesterday. More and more shares available to borrow, where we originally were seeing roughly 0 for AMC and a low number for GME as well. But this is starting to change. That narrative is starting to change. We're going to be able to figure out exactly why. Fixed it. Awesome. That's what we like to see. Good morning, Norman, Crystal, CR Painting, Quarter Pounder, Isaiah Gamel, Mark Baptiste, Mohammed Gaith, Mr. Ryder. Give those mods some scissors in the chat. Give them a little bit of support. Tell them good morning. All right, let's move this around a little bit. Hey, do you guys like the LoFi? Give me some rockets in the chat if you love the LoFi in the morning, or give me a reason why you don't like it. If you don't like it, because I'm still playing around with what you guys want to see. Let's move that microphone a little closer to my face. 16 minutes until markets open here. So for GME, 300,000 shares available to borrow, 11,000 calls expiring in the money. This is less than 2 days ago, right? But roughly the same amount as yesterday. What does this mean? Well, 2 days ago, we were looking at a very similar price. Let's see where the GME 30 on April 27th, we have 30,000 shares available to borrow. Now we have 10x as many. For GME yesterday, we had 250,000 shares available to borrow. So roughly the same, just a little bit more than yesterday. But in terms of the calls expiring in the money, we have 2,000 more than yesterday, but less than the day before. So we're experiencing a little bit of volatility, but still, we have quintuple digits for the number of calls that are expiring this week. So 178.58. It's about $7 up on the day from yesterday's tweet, which means that GME was down a significant amount during pre-market yesterday. I'm going to cover the price action a little bit. If you guys haven't seen that technical analysis, I do them at the end of each live stream. Go check out the one from yesterday. Okay, we have 113 subscribers until we buy the big dip here. And I'm hoping to buy the dip right as market opens. So if you guys wouldn't mind, let's get some tasty dip by pressing that subscribe button. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say for now. So 300,000 shares available to borrow at 1.1%. This is always the same percentage. 38,000 ETFs. Shares within ETFs. This is how many shares are actually available. And then 14,000 additional calls and $200 strike. So it doesn't seem like has been a significant increase in number of calls. It's just that we now have rolled over 2,000 additional calls in the money, and this number used to be 16,000. Max Mark, always good to hear your relaxed voice. Question: we had $1.30 of price action with 500 volume. Isn't that evidence of a tiny available float? Yes. Actually, yes. We have seen that GME release an annual report. They do cover the amount of float in that report, so we'll look into that as well. Okay. And then finally, how many shorts do we have? Still the same high, almost exactly the same percent of short volume from yesterday. And thanks to the Stonko tracker. Yep, I think highest short annual report. Annual report out. Annual report is out. Go check it out here. Thanks to the Stonko tracker. Sweet. Okay, so that's the GME deep dive. Let's see the AMC one real quick. So AMC yesterday had a full million shares available to borrow at the end of the day. 650,000 now. So that means that we have, where did the 500,000 go? Straight to hurting the price action of the stock. But lower than yesterday, 5% lower to be closer. That's 5% lower than on the market open price action. But then when pre-market has been rolling around, we have seen that AMC actually did grow a 1% during that pre-market. I mean, AMC and GME have a lot of positive things going for them. Why the dip? Data dive. So 41,000 calls expiring in the money. This is significantly less than yesterday. And 18,000 calls more at 11. So that means that we had 60,000 roughly calls expiring in the money. So this is the simple math, right? This plus this, 60,000 roughly. There's 18,000 calls between 1085 and $11. That's really good insight. This is just the marginal number of calls on top of AMC. Learn about stocks, guys. How many percent short? 42.7. It's starting to grow. Okay, I think that's good. 18.6 instead of 26.2. And then 9,400 ETF shares available. Okay. Tweet. Data thanks to Stonko Tracker. All right, so now we have about 10 minutes left on the day. Say morning. Gen X Inc. I'll cover what you're saying in a second. Sam loves the morning intro with the lo-fi. Good morning. Oh, Reese Beats, what's going on? Good morning, Andrew and chat. I always look forward to starting my day with you and this community. Heck yeah. Swinson Terry says, don't forget to click that like if you like the stock. Hit that dislike button twice if you don't like the stock. Ooh, that's a good one. That's clever. I like where your head's at. And AJ Frost, I did not miss you. I was like, which was the new Mo Monkey? Thank you for joining as a special infantry member of the Moon Platoon. We're ready to have Meatball lead you to Valhalla. Is that right? You ready to go? Ready to go, Valhalla? Yeah, you are. Let's make ourselves a little bit bigger. Okay, GME has seen a lot of price action just within the last 40 minutes. Actually, yeah. With a contesting of the VWAP over and staying high above from 176 breakout to 180, where we are starting to wedge downward. Don't be fooled, this wedge is a bullish pennant. So we're looking at a bullish indicator in the very early morning of GME. And AMA stands for Ask Me Anything. It's like an interview. So we're expecting a pretty lengthy conversation between Austin Tobit and Dr. Suzanne Trimbath. We'll be covering that live here. So you guys are in the right place. Hope you're excited for a big old day. Excuse me, I'm gonna try to sneeze. It's like a sneeze that's like told me like RSVP'd far in advance. Okay, I'm having trouble sneezing. What happens past 180, Ken? It's a big joke because we haven't been able to push past 181.98 yesterday. That was basically just a huge wall on top. Let's see, because we saw, if you guys saw the technical analysis overview, we saw that there was a $300 put wall on GME. Pretty significant. What I'm using here for my stock tracker is Webull. Right, we talked about getting your 2 free stocks often, but what I'm using here to check the options chain is Option Sonar, which you can also find in the description down below. GameStop 2020 annual report. We're going to cover that in just a second. Robinhood will sell your shares at the start of the mother of all short squeezes. Let's see what that looks like. Predicting Jamie's price action with Elliott waves, which we like to see. What is this article? Let the record show that Jerome Powell openly, knowingly, intentionally lied to the American and international public about the state of financial system. Oh. This is a Brian Chung Yahoo Finance article. Well, now that's getting exciting. Financial system not threatened by frothy asset valuations. Where does he say intentionally lied? Oh. Well, I guess they wouldn't be that clear in a Yahoo article. That's a scary headline. So this is Jerome Powell openly, knowingly, intentionally lied to the American people. If you guys were seeing his interview, well, not press release live yesterday, we were streaming that, and hold on. Five minutes until our market's open. Joji Soros, Andrew waiting on the sneeze like we're waiting for the squeeze. Oh, that's good. Let's find out what Jerome Powell lied about in just a second. We have the early morning. Do we have the early morning daily DD? Look at the wake. Revisiting GME OTC trades. We saw that we covered the OTC trades yesterday, 2 days ago, during Monday's stream. 2 days ago? Monday was 3 days ago, you say? Good morning, B Million. Or Millen. Read the bigger short yesterday. Thank you, by the way. Do you think they inflated CMBS and then thinking they could control the better than 2020 hit and they had to short everything because of what they did? Yeah. Or honestly, we can't speak on their like brain, whatever they thought was a good idea and from their criminal like mindset. But what we can say is that they expected to get away with it. Right? Did they expect better control? Or did they expect to just have that like slide under the radar? One of those two, perhaps. But what we can say is that, you know, there you go. Bum 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 bum. Ian Alberto Diaz. Last night I tried to vote in the GME shareholder meeting ballot, but it said I own less than 1 share of GME when I actually own 10 shares. Robinhood. Anyone else have that issue? Throw some, I don't know, but we can't throw bones in the chat because YouTube will not allow that. So let's throw some ducks in the chat for now as a placeholder. If you have had trouble with Robinhood not allowing you to vote because you apparently have fewer than 1 share, that seems like a very specific problem. Okay, Stonko tracker time. Markets open in about 1 minute and 45 seconds. We have a lot to cover today, so I'm glad you guys are staying in, strapping yourselves into the fan, because there's going to be a lot of poop that is about to hit it today. Getting excited just thinking about it. Okay. I'm gonna unlock my trading because we are just 108 subscribers away. I need to at least unlock my trading, and of course you guys know my password. There it is. How many shares do I need to make a $1,500? Where am I expecting to see this price action to go? That's a better question. Oh, GME. Oh, GME heard that I'm coming to rescue it, passing through its VWAP in the last minute right before market opens. Okay, I think I need to buy like 8 shares. Will that do it? Which is 8 shares of GME. And then I guess just 150 AMC, 140 AMC. Yeah, 140 AMC, and markets are open. There's my bell. Markets have opened. GME starting off strong. We have just 107 subscribers away until we buy that tasty dip, which we are expecting for the early morning. Oh, so this bullish pennant for AMC might actually play out here. What you want to know is, why did we have GME start an uptrend and then squeeze this uptrend inward? Often known as a bullish pennant or a bullish wedge. So this usually indicates that there's going to be upward momentum soon, and GME caught itself right away after falling just $1.50 past its VWAP during the pre-market. Markets are open, ladies and gents. Okay, let's spend a couple of minutes checking out where the markets are going to go, and then I'm going to recommend you send me your recommendations for ticker symbol suggestions. What does mother of all short squeezes means? It stands for the mother of all short squeezes. All right, GameStop heading on over to 176. Relapse says, good morning, brother ape. Please remember to take good care of yourselves during these times. Good morning, you glorious apes. Relapse. Thank you. That's the message of hope, prosperity, tendies that we are hoping that everybody hears. Catching this tasty dip here, 176. GameStop is down a percent point. Now that we're at this level here, let's start to write out some predictions. With this bullish pennant here, we're likely going to start seeing the starts of a bounce optimistically. Actually, it's going to be a lot tighter than this. I was getting a little bit too excited about the amount of bounce here. When we get here, we'll be hitting the VWAP. What I want to actually say is that there's going to be a little bit of turbulence here. Ugh. How tight is this going to be though? That's the question. So that's one hesitation for hitting the VWAP, and then one more for hitting the simple moving average. For AMC's sake, optimistically, we try and retake Mr. 1116 right now. But I can easily see the bear case here, where we need to bounce off of the next level of resistance. That's why I'm not really that keen on making a prediction with no volatility in the market so far. But GME, pretty sure the only thing that I would have done wrong is not made this even steeper. Andrew, Nokia's on a rip. Okay, so we have a good amount of ticker symbol suggestions already. So we got Nokia, Nokia. Nokia. That's not Nokia. Nokia is up on a 15% rip. This is mostly, yeah, this is almost entirely gapped up from the after hours. From 1936 all the way up to, oh, sorry, wait. From 424 all the way up to 489, now hovering right around the 470 mark. This is a correction waiting to happen, I imagine. If you're still waiting on Nokia right now, you're in a dangerous spot. Let's see how far out of the Bollinger Bands. Yeah. Sell signal already on the 30-minute chart. That's a 2 out of 4 signal because it's far, far outside of its Bollinger Bands for being overbought. See on the hourly. I'd be surprised. Earnings as reported, 0.08, estimate 0.008. So it's a beat. Date 29 April 21st, period ending 2021. So it did an earnings beat. And now everyone's super excited, but this course correction was long overdue. How far will it dip? Well, I'm watching it now. It likely is going to have to make some reckoning with previous levels of resistance and support. However, we haven't been following Nokia between these 2 price points. So as of right now, we don't know where the next one is. Let me delete this one. Coinbase still underneath 300. SPY is at 420, very dank. Clover Health is up 11%. This is a actual rip for the morning at 11% up. And then Microvision at $20. That's nice, but it's down 4%. Okay. The only thing that we missed is that we didn't predict that it was going to squeeze even, is the price action was going to be even faster and harder. But it did struggle at the VWAP and then struggle briefly at the simple moving average as well. So that this candle bar here and then this candle bar. Clover, baby. Adam says, yo, you want pump? If you guys remember, oh man, there's some pretty good interviews. We're gonna have a lot of good content coming out from that interview with Austin Tobit. Oh man. L4G Custom Fabrication says, out of all the GME streamers, you are my go-to now. I've watched them all, gave them a chance. You have my eyeballs. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. L4G Custom Fabrication. You're going to earn yourself a spot on the board today. Thank you for those kind words. Oh, whoops. Stop. I did the wrong button. Whoop. Fantastic. Okay, you here with me now. You come here with me. I'm not sure if that's visible, but as a reminder, that's you. Mavis Microvision is down 4%. Let's take a look on cheat code here. Very soft sell signal at the end of market yesterday, but that would have been one to heed, which would have brought you from about 21.85, 22 bucks. That saved you about 10% of a dip. Look at the 30-minute chart. Starting to love that 30-minute chart. Oh, Microvision earnings down 0.03. There's no, the estimate is down 0.03. Today is the earnings call. So we are going to see where the actual, if there's going to be an earnings beat, Mavis might have a really nice day today. Joshua Beeler, what's going on? Oh, Skylar Siddon says, Andrew, just wanted to say thank you for doing this show. Love the channel, still holding. Skylar Siddons. What software do I use to record my screen? Well, OBS. But this morning I thought it was gonna just absolutely die. So luckily it didn't. You just can't make good software like you used to these days. Austin Tobit's going to do a Dr. Trimbath AMA today. We'll be covering that here live. And we have proxy documents released, right? Most of you know GameStop through their proxy documents. It's a very hot topic, and so a lot of people are linking it all over the place. And we're going to cover how to read the annual report in just a second. $54 pages, and then all the supporting research to see what is and isn't actually that relevant. So here's a very simple explanation. Despite a pandemic year, GameStop lost only 9.5% of sales, which is pretty bullish considering that all year they suffered closures across the USA and elsewhere. That's true. Perhaps it was because GameStop saw an increase of 191% in their e-commerce site sale. This due in large part to the huge improvements they made in the course of 2020. All very fair. Yeah. Yo, any news on AMC? Yeah, we're gonna cover AMC in just a second. This chart keeps rolling. Oh, another tasty dip on GameStop? Don't mind if I do. I'm just getting really excited to buy this dip here. How close are we? 105 subscribers away. You guys take your time. 105 subscribers away until we buy that dip. $1,500 both AMC and GME. How to vote, right? So there we have the annual report for GME telling us a little bit about GameStop only lost 9.5% of sales. Perhaps it was because GameStop saw an increase of 191% in their e-commerce site. This is all due in part for the huge successes that they have made this 2020. And the board recommends voting for all nominees. That includes George Sherman. Annual reports. Too long didn't read on those annual reports here. A company's annual reports is a fancy way of sharing their annual SEC 10K filing with the public. There's a letter to the shareholder. You can find the company's website. You do not have to visit any proxy sites to obtain this information. So don't hype up the annual report regardless of any legal document or corporate filing. Okay, they didn't actually explain what the document is, but that's fine. SEC Director of Enforcement Alex O, former Wall Street defense attorney, resigns. Okay, so Gary Gensler hired Alex O as his first hire, and then he is already gone. So someone has already been snapped away as the Director of Enforcement here from the SEC. Can you explain what's going on BTX? Sure. Cameron America instead of Captain America. I like that. And Farima, what's going on? Good morning. How about Tobath? Yes. Farima, you asked for Tobath yesterday. We covered it after we read that article through. We'll cover it again. So that was, if you were looking for yesterday's analysis, very close to today. If you're looking at the 30-minute chart, we're just waiting for a sell signal here. And there's this 3 out of 4 sell signal. Now, usually sell signals on cheat code are very cautious, which is not a good thing when you're trying to find a accurate sell signal. So this would have been a point where I would have wanted to get out, but then we would have been wrong. We're still over here in the same overbought Bollinger Band, looking dangerous, but no clear sell signal on the 30-minute chart. Let's zoom into the 5. Nothing on the 5. So what I'm going to say for TOABF is that when you drop below these Bollinger Bands here, if you drop below 419, I'm not sure where the price is right now, because we should be on this side on April 29th. So if that's where the price action is right now, then if it dips below 419, that is starting to be a sign that bullish momentum is starting to turn around to bearish momentum. However, just ask again for Rima and we'll cover it soon. All right, BX. Hold on, what was it? BTX. Brooklyn Immunotherapeutics. Here's how we're going to cover BTX. We're also going to look at the FINRA report for BTX. TCAT making those moves. We're going to take a look. And Slot Kitty, we'll take a look at Tesla as well. Tesla and TCAT. Jezebel says, it appears he stepped away for a possible conflict of interest involving a case he worked on in the past. So that's Alex O. Gary Gensler's first pick, already gone. Look at his snazzy tie. Look at his tie. Look at that. So pretty. What a good boy. Love that tie on him. Okay. Where are we going? Here we are. This is AMC. BTX. So this is the official FINRA website where we can tell you about short interest. Short interest at 705,000 here, with shares 41 million. This isn't even 0.25%. The way this would be, hold on a second. So 400,000 would be 1%. So this is like 2% short interest. In terms of a squeeze, unless there's a significant increase in the number of shorts with the gap, considering the gap that the FINRA reports just updated this Monday, there's at maximum a 2-week delay, and it doesn't look like, unless I'm missing something, the short interest is increasing to the extent that we need it to, above 10%. But let's take a look at fundamentals. Let me roll down short interest, and then let's do max, because that short interest graph is always down here. But it's not always good because I can't see anything. So for now, all I can say is that BTX, I don't see the squeeze potential unless I'm missing something, because FINRA is our source of truth that we want to be able to reference. It's the one we've been referencing for GME and AMC as well. The calculations might not be what we agree on, but it certainly is what everyone else agrees on in the outside of the meme stock community. So let's see where you could have been in BTX. Could have jumped in on 26th. At the 5-minute chart, there's a clear 4 out of 4 buy. Let's see if we have a 4 out of 4 sell. Here it is. You would have gone from 12.72 to 23.90. Okay. And then from there, the next 4 out of 4 buy. Oh, it doesn't come. You would not, you would have been kicked out of your position here, which would have been really sad, because if you stayed in from 12.26, yeah, there's no clear sell signals. Maybe this one, you would have tripled your money, and all the way up here, you would have quintupled your money. So BTX, looking like one of the most prosperous, highly momentum-based stocks as of right now. Let's see on the hourly chart. It's pushed far into its Bollinger Bands as expected, so it's in a lot of danger for being overbought. And in the end of pre-market today, we saw a 4 out of 4, disjointed to be sure, but 4 out of 4 sell signal. So it may be a bearish time for BTX as it reconsolidates. But as a reminder, from 37 to 52, right? It's not that far off, about 20% off. So it still has a chance to recover, but likely it's going to have to come back down to earth around $20 or so before it can do so. Okay, back to GME and AMC. GME, retrying the VWAP real quick. This is where the MA also made the VWAP there. So summarily destroyed. And now trending between these two levels here. I'd say optimistically that we're going to see a breakout soon enough. And I want to be able to buy before this breakout, guys. Title of the video, should I buy some more AMC and GME? The pledge yesterday, the daily stream goal was for 80,000 subscribers. We're just like 80 some away. I think 80 subscribers away from that goal. So if we can get there, I'm buying $1,500 of AMC and GME. Tesla chart. So TCAT and Tesla. Cameron America got in at 750. Well, God bless your technical brain. Let us know how you found out about this company, because the hive mind welcomes you. Luke Thibodeau. But you even told me how to pronounce it correctly. But I'm just gonna say Thibodeau. Good morning, data scientist. Thibodeau here. Oh, good. Thibodeau, that's right. Luke Thibodeau. You get the business internet. Wanted you to check out a super stonk video 4 hours ago. To be fair, ... To be fair, ... Okay. My past 2 live streams, where I have to sit here for 7 hours, have had monetization issues, so I'm very cautious to play any videos. Let me know if there's any copyrighted sounds or music in this video. MK Mark says, this is Max Mark's alternate account, just doing some market manipulation by the dip. Heck yeah. Okay, so Tesla and TCAT, sorry. We're gonna come back soon. DD Mavis, yep, Mavis is coming up too. Let's do Tesla, because I'm assuming that's gonna be fast. Tesla on a non-stop lead for the past few days. We even had a sell signal here. Earnings report, as reported, 93, estimate 77. So this is an earnings beat, and yet nobody's happy. Huh. I'm gonna dig into Tesla a bit more right now. After a little more of your regular programming. Tesla seems like there's a news story developing here. TCAT. Also in a bit of a consolidation holding pattern here. The most range that we have here is from this buy pattern, buy signal. We had $24, and then currently hovering around $32.75. So that's about a 30% rip for the past few days. TCAT holding steady between these overbought and oversold clouds. Not clear where entry and exit is, so that means hold tight. Hold tight unless you think it's financial advice, because it's not. Julian's Sheets, the AMA is going to be at during power hour, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, during power hour. Scott Smith, can you take a look at Plug? Yes, Plug. And then Luke Thibodeau. There's no music, just SEC chairman being interviewed, except cut the last 10 seconds for the video for cheesy song. Okay. So it's called To Be Fair. I'm gonna find it. Show results from Super Stonk only. There it is. To be fair, financial crisis and pandemic are pronounced similarly. Yes, we did see this. So yesterday, if you guys saw the live stream, you would have been able to catch that he said financial crisis
Leveraging
first.
The financial system is not a problem. That was one of the 4 pillars. Asset prices was one. Leveraging the financial system is not an issue. We have very well capitalized large banks. We have funding risks for our largest financial institutions are also very low. We do have some funding risk issues around money market funds, but I would say they're not systemic right now. And the household sector is actually in pretty good shape. It was in a very good shape as a relative matter before the financial crisis. Sorry, the pandemic crisis hit.
Uh-oh. Well, did you catch that? Let's see it again.
It was in a very good shape as a relative matter before the financial crisis. Sorry, the pandemic crisis hit.
He just might be tired. I could say the wrong thing too. but it is not a great look. Mr. Jerome Powell, that's very disconcerting. So I guess we'll use that right before we talk about this, which directly leads to this. Let the record show that Jerome Powell openly, knowingly, intentionally lied to the American public about the state of the financial system. I mean, this is a good time to pull up that interest report too. No, inflation. U.S. inflation rates 1960 to 1921. 1921, oh my god, 2021. Look at that data. Boy, do I love data, you know? You guys get it. Oh, Freud. Inverse head and shoulders is forming on the 5-minute GME chart. Dear God, where? Huh? Where? Well, it's a good thing I waited to buy this dip. How close are we? 89 subscribers away. 89 subscribers until I buy that tasty dip. I have to buy it now. Let's see if we have a AMC, because our friends need help. Let me see the 5-minute chart. Oh yeah, buy this tasty rip. Okay, so deep in these oversold bands, but no buy signal. GME getting some buy signals. Oh, you know, GME's like, you know what would have been a good price? 166. Oh, this is from yesterday. There's no after hours data. Weird. So it looks like 166 was a good price back then. Might be a good price now as well. Caught at 171.69. All right, you guys owe me. Find me that AMC. Pop. Where are you right now, gamestonk? Okay. I'll buy 9. Yeah, all right. So my full positions are here. $3,000 of AMC and GME bought. Scissors in the chat, cutting out those paper hands. Thank you for that delicious deal as we're already coming on up here. Yes, the tasty deal. God, I love that dip. All right, paid in advance. We need 89 more subscribers. Stat. And that's the last we'll talk about it until we make a video about the annual report, which is coming up right now, and Jerome Powell. So the annual report from user Lurides. Let's take a look. Okay, oh, this is just official links. Okay, just to tell you exactly what's going on here. Okay. Oh man. Juan Hernandez, let's go. Looks like the hedgies are attacking. Oh, you gotta love to buy that tasty dip here. AMC flash crash turned into a flash rip here. Contesting this VWAP here is not going to be easy. Even optimistically, we're going to face a little bit of a tumble between these two here. Pessimistically, we're going back back into time, but we probably are going to recontest soon. Yeah, GME. GME gonna play around here. What? Like that? Or get rejected here. Mr. Ryder, here I am, just casually buying this dip. You know, what can you say? What can you do? What can you say? Street time, says Mr. Corgo. This is from Mr. Corgo. He loves to eat dog food. It's so strange. He's just a guy that likes to eat dog food. Meatball, look at him. You wouldn't peg him as a person that just eats a lot of dog food, but he really does. You really do. MJ Eid, who else bought $1,000 at that 769 dip? 769. Which stock are we talking about? Oh boy. Here it comes. So this rejection was clear both by my optimistic and pessimistic view. Let's see where this goes. Check out the AMC short interest updated 1 minute ago. Huh? Where? What? Do. Tweeter. J Marquez. Hey Andrew, keep up the good work. What moving averages do you use? A 200-day EMA and a 15-day simple moving average. If you wanted to learn more about how I set up my charts, well, there's a link. There's a video on the channel that's called How I Set Up My Webull Charts. Please, Mavis. Yes, haven't forgotten you. Microvision. Hi Andrew, it's me again. What Gaki the Gamer says, what are the implications of having a lot of call options expire tomorrow? Expire in the money. Well, a lot of call options are expiring tomorrow. So 3 times as many as the week before. So, I mean, I don't want to ramp your expectations up too much, but there's going to be a lot of coerced buying if a lot of options were naked and then have to be covered based on the price action on Friday and where the price eventually closes at. So ultimately, if a lot of calls expire in the money tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of upward price action. Is it enough to cause a gamma squeeze? Well, there certainly is a lot of volume, but every time we've had this opportunity, we've had basically, here's a way to think about this. Why have we not seen a lot of short attacks these past few days? Right? Why have we seen so much availability in the amount of shares available to borrow? Well, it's because they're expecting to have another one of these days where we have a lot of expectations for Friday, right? A lot of call options, a lot of volume, and then they end up shorting the heck out of us, right? At the end of the week where we thought we were safe. Mavis is starting to, where is Mavis going? On a 5-minute chart. No clear indications. Doubtful there's going to be one on the hourly. No clear indications on the hourly either. I've just been letting my ice melt slowly here. We got Kirkland brand cold brew. Don't cut myself. Then, did this need to be refrigerated? Doesn't say. Usually it says refrigerate after opening. Well, I'm gonna drink it because it doesn't say it. Okay. Just a splash. JB the Cook, I got you. EQX. Microvision looking like a multi-day scale, a 2-part corrective wave. Corrective waves do have a minimum of 2 parts, right? A, B, C. So at C, you have to ask yourself if you expect the bleed to continue. Honestly, the earnings call, in my opinion, is going to be a beat, right? We can do a little bit more research on, so Microvision and Tesla, you're coming up on, we need to do some actual full stories on you to understand the news catalysts that are driving your price actions. So Microvision and Tesla coming up in a sec. EQX. Change the title to bot. Americans, yes. Europeans, what? Refrigerating milk? It's just nut milk anyway. Yeah, that's true. Jarrett Guma just bought the dip. 172. Score! I started looking at plug and then rightfully bought AMC. Can you give your thoughts? excuse me, Scott. So EQX, you are coming up on deck. I didn't look at plug yet. Plug power. Okay. So plug. It's just staying like a good boy in between these two bands. There's not a lot of price action to see here. Here's a disjointed 4 out of 4 buy signal that wouldn't have got you anywhere. 26 bucks to a like a terrible sell signal, 29. Essentially, you can just see that this stock has been hammered. The more time it spends at these oversold Bollinger Bands here means that for some reason everybody agrees that the stock should be worth more, right? The technicals agree that the stock should be worth more, and when it takes off, it just stays in a very healthy like holding pattern between these two levels. So what I would say is you're not likely going to see a strong buy signal anytime soon in terms of swing trades. If you're holding, holding is probably a good idea. But if you're trying to find exit strategies, you're likely not going to see one until around 32 bucks. So $3 more, 10% price action until you actually are going to see some bearish signals. So for now, plug, you're in a good spot. EQX, didn't forget about you. Troublemaker, why am I buying the dip? Because if I expect a short attack? Because I like the stock. Okay. Skylar Siddons, what's going on? Hey, notice Meatball wants a treat. Also, can we look at IPOE? Found out this stock has 0 short shares available. Short squeeze? Let us take a look, because I have a video about IPOE from like a long time ago. What? Fin report. Oh man, my brain was like, what are we doing right now? IPOE. Oh yeah. Oh, 25% short. And that's just of the shares that all exist. What about the float? Hold on. IPOE Yahoo Finance. Hey, Mo Money, how you feel about Roblox? Let's look at Roblox in a sec. EQX, I haven't forgotten about you. We're gonna look at you in a sec. Let's see. So we're gonna do this. That's good. That's good. Time to erase. So pessimistic chart panning out for AMC, but optimistic chart panning out for GME. Still can't erase because this is a fantastic app. Nothing wrong with this app. Financials. Oh, excuse me, princess. I just want to find out is how many shares there are. Hold on. Summary. There we go. Overvalued according to Yahoo Finance here. That's why we don't use Yahoo Finance very much. Okay, so 25% of all shares that exist, likely like 40 to 50% of the free float. So that's a ton of interest. Is there a short squeeze coming? Well, that requires a news catalyst. So let's actually take a look at whether or not there is one. IPOE, Central Capital. You gotta use Webull. You can use Webull to look at the news ribbon, and then you get news just like how you get news from like a news website. That's how good Webull is. If you guys haven't gotten in yet, your 2 free stocks with Webull with the description down below, or it's also pinned in the live chat. So SPACs like Papa Pally, Social Capital, IV to restate figures. SPACs, Papa Pally's portfolio. That's fun. Papa Pally's portfolio. 5 things to know about SoFi as it goes public. Yeah, let's look at that one. CEO Anthony Noto says company aims to be a one-stop shop for financial services. I really do. I use them as a bank. So SoFi is a pretty good bank for like the young, hip person that doesn't need to go to like a teller. If you're just a young person who wants direct deposit and $50 free to invest in whatever you want, the SoFi link is actually in the description down below. We'll cover it in just a second. So 5 things to know about SoFi. Who was the one that talked about IPOE? Okay, so we're gonna have to make this a whole video now, Skylar. We got Skylar and Weiler. Skylar. Clover. If you guys are curious about what people are asking when they say look at cheat code Algo, this is in the description down below if you wanted to grab your own version of cheat code Algo. It is not free, but it's pretty dang good. Nothing in terms of indicators on Clover, just getting really close to getting overbought. You want a treat? Want one? A crispy chicken treat. You never choose the crispy chicken treat, so he doesn't even know how crispy they are. Can you imagine if you ate potato chips and you just swallowed them? Crunch them. Crunch them, Meatball. Gotta... Cosmo says, hello, hello, hello again, hello. I'm Red, here for vibes. Coffee cheers. Coffee cheers. Where's my coffee? Coffee cheers. Jose says Game of Thrones in here. Marcus HLS Film Production says, hey Andrew, wanted to say thank you for streaming. Been enjoying the channel for a couple of weeks now. Well, that kind of nice sentiment, Marcus, gets you a ticket on the screen. So if you guys, it's pretty obvious that Marcus has a YouTube channel. Go check out his channel. It's Marcus HLS Film Productions. Thank you for those kind words. Alba Revs, love the pose when you said I love the stock. Yeah, we're doing a whole deep dive on Mavis soon. There's a lot to cover today, that's for sure. IPOE, get out of my screen. You're coming up next. Don't be impatient. Okay, so I've just got to do this. There we go. Now we can see all the stocks. SEC is supposed to... SEC already approved 801, OCC 801. So remember, the DTCC is the one that's implementing rules. The SEC is the one that either approves or has issues with those rules. So the one in question was the one we talked about with Austin yesterday, which is, where was this graph? Oh, here. OCC 801. Does cheat code work with other platforms? Yes, it's not a broker, it's just a tool. This is Webull, and this is TradingView. These are completely different things, so you can use it with anything. Bryson, it takes about a couple months to get your BlockFi, but if you guys haven't gotten your $250 of free Bitcoin from BlockFi yet, I mean, you might as well get in now. In 3 months, you'll have $250, so that's a win-win. Okay, so I'm gonna start writing on like a whiteboard of stuff that we need to do. Microvision, deep dive, SoFi, IPOE, deep dive, and then we need to look at Tesla. I wonder how the Robinhood Ask Me Anything is going, because I'm still getting ads for these. I'm Christine Brown's Robinhood COO. Wow, some of these questions are actually... It looks like they are... It looks like almost all the comments have been deleted. I like go through and I can't see almost any comment. Robinhood team. I wonder how that's going. I'm gonna search Robinhood AMA. Robinhood AMA, how's it going? Looks like, well, okay, I don't want to belabor this. I was trying to find maybe there's a juicy like drama post about how bad Robinhood is, but it just looks like they have negative karma. That's not so bad. Okay, we got a lot on our plate right now. Back when 350. No, it was 650 this morning. You can just go back on the live stream. The Stonko tracker updates from time to time. That means that 300,000 was just utilized. So there's 650 right here, right? And if I refresh, I bet it's going to be 350 now. Yep, it is. So there you go. Hope that clarifies. 300,000 were just utilized to short AMC. Maybe, allegedly. Probably. Love from India. What's going on? Oh, the AMA is deleted. Ah. Okay, I think it's time to do that Jerome Powell video first, and then I'll work around to IPOE and then Tesla. I was trying to find some AMC DD, but once again, there's not a lot of DD on AMC stock. I wonder if anybody's still writing DD on our GME. So I'm scrolling through AMC, don't see anything. Nope, 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 just memes. And so this is our GME. GameStop is doing what Amazon did years ago. Oh, look, actual DD. Nice. Robinhood is sending fake proxy voting material to its investors? Wait, really? Okay, so this kind of makes sense to whoever who was saying that they didn't have the ability to vote for Robinhood. So our GME actually has a good amount of DD now. Okay, give me a sec to catch up, guys. Deep effing value. Robinhood is potentially preventing us from voting on our shares if you're unable to vote directly through the official proxy site. How many of you have voted? If you've voted already, drop a big old rocket in the chat. Nokia hype is real. Q1 results. May have to cover Nokia as well. Oh, here's the Tesla one. Remember the original WallStreetBets? Well, let me tell you. The bearish case for MindMed. If you guys are curious about MindMed, we're going to cover that as well. Let's get Clove right. Solid Clove DD, just like the stock. So that's why some of you are still go to WallStreetBets. I'm just like, where are all these stocks coming from? You guys are still on WallStreetBets, that's why. Wait, which one of my mods is also Godpill's mod? Mods, report. Which one of you is it? Okay. Jerome Powell looking frothy. What up, Drew Mosh Money? Can you tell me what's up with TIRX? Yeah, heck yeah. That should be my new name. Drew Mosh Money. Okay. So this is getting a little messy. So what you can see is that this prediction on the optimistic view for AMC. Oh, this is freaking IPOE. Sorry, AMC friends. How embarrassing. So I expected AMC to continue pushing past its SMA. Not quite yet, but this is actually a good opportunity to make a brand new prediction if I can erase any of this. Let's start over. Mr. Writer wants to look at Ocugen. Secrets. Wallace says, snitches get stitches. You know, I knew the mods would team up. This is the Avengers Endgame we needed. Ocugen. This is for Mr. Ryder. Ocugen looking like it's just staying the course right now. On the 1 hour chart for cheat code. Look at the 15-minute. 15-minute closer to the oversold Bollinger Bands. 5-minute probably the same story. Yes, there's a disjointed buy signal here. 1, 2, 3, 4 inside the Bollinger Band. Right here in the 5-minute chart for Ocugen. If you're looking to scalp Ocugen, like we've said, very scalpable stock. Ocugen looking bullish for now. Bagow. I've really averaged up on AMC. EQX, I believe we already did. We're gonna do it real quick again. Let's see. Oh, what was I gonna do? Oh man. Oh man, what are we? EQX. Why am I faltering on my memory today? Oh, I guess we didn't do EQX. Oh, no, this is the 5-minute chart. So on the 5-minute chart, we saw this 4 out of 4 buy signal here on the 28th. That would have paid from 828 to 842. So about a 2.5% rip. And then a soft sell signal that would have dropped you all the way down here. Now a new buy signal on the 5-minute chart. 2 out of 4 soft buy signal on the 5-minute chart. On the 1-hour chart, there's a disjointed 4 out of 4 buy signal. Seems like there is a buy currently for EQX. If you wanted to wait until it dips even further below this cloud for another clearer buy signal, you could wait. Just check back in with me a little later. AMC, after I just bought you. How dare you? Meridian Sun, out of curiosity, your professional non-advisor opinion per share, what price should we look at for GME and AMC peak, mother of all short squeezes? I certainly can't answer this question. Streamers like me are in hot water already for the possibility that we're going to tell you the peak based on one person's opinion, and you have to understand that that's a weak link in the chain of strong apes. So what I'm going to say is I am not going to sell until the bottom, until we're going down from the top, okay? And I'm not going to sell on stream. I'm not going to manipulate what you guys want to do. We have never given you financial advice, and certainly not for the mother of all short squeezes. We have said multiple times that for the gamma ramp itself, for the peak of the gamma squeeze, we're looking at 4 digits at least. So if anybody says less than $1,000 for the gamma squeeze itself before the short squeeze even starts, they haven't looked at the options chain. Hope that answers your question. At the very least, gives you a range. What's up, Mo De Niro? Oh, cool. I like that. That should... If I had a gangster actor name, it would be Mo De Niro. Okay, Jerome Powell. Let's see how he actually lied. Did he lie? Asked about the stock phenomenon, other risks. Powell said the higher prices are due to constraints. Even though I like this Powell story, I'm not sure if Jerome Powell is that popular. On my channel, at least. One time I put out a Jerome Powell video that I thought was gonna be awesome, and then nope. Anyone hear about the Freudian slip where he said financial crisis? That was it. Wait, that's the video. Oh no.
A relative matter. Before the financial crisis, sorry, the pandemic crisis.
Whoopsie. For the financial crisis, the pandemic. Okay, so we have... I'm just going to start lining up the DD that we have in front of us here. For the Tesla's case, this is from 16 hours ago. Okay, we have a Clove case, a MindMed case. These are all bearish cases for these stocks, so that we can at least give some temporal expectations. There's a bullish God tier DD about MindMed as well. Solid Clove DD here. This is Clover Health. We got stuff to talk about here. Remember when DD used to be just like technicals and you would have to like actually understand all of these technicals in order to understand it? Now it's about like financial systems. So you don't have to understand anything about technical analysis. You just have to be like, what? They're doing, huh? They're manipulating who? And then it's a lot more fun. Remember, the more fun a news article seems, the more sensationalist it can become. one of the like I receive a lot of positive comments now that I'm doing daily like technical analysis on GME and AMC every day. But some of the comments are like, I don't know what you said, but I definitely like it. Yeah, it's much harder to actually understand technical analysis than just a narrative story. Postal do German. Good morning, Apes. Here's my daily dose of Andy McMoney, ASMR, and stocks. I have now become the ASMR stonk man. Here you go, bud. ASMR and stocks. Okay, hold on a second. Elon Musk. Oh my god, they're doing a bearish case for when Elon's gonna die. What kind of shenanigan town? Alright, Tesla. Those of you who bought at 690, that was funny, but now you're down and you're like, uh-oh. Tesla to amend application for Berlin Gigafactory. Oh. Barron's is giving a pretty comprehensive overview about Tesla. Everything you need to know about Tesla. From Barron's.com. So we have a lot of DD here. Big dream, big shot for GME. But for AMC, let's look at the options chain as well. That's why we have the options chain. Why do we even have that lever? This is what the options, wow, what? This is what the options chain looks like, excuse me. All right, so let's say we go back to the 20th. 420, people are having fun, right? And then you see at the very end of the options chain here is $40. Not a lot of snow on the ground to track up to $40, right? Let's look at the 21st again. This is taking a sec. Okay, well, so what I'm going to say is that, what I'm going to find is that there's not going to be a lot of, it's not a very clear options chain all the way up to like triple digits for AMC, if AMC gamma squeezes, but there's always snow on the ground between $200, where much of the gamma ramp is congregated for GME, and to $800. At the peak of the triple digits, we're likely going to see the gamma squeeze drop us off. Look at that, $5 million to $300 put, and then we're gonna have $37 million of $300 put walls. If you guys didn't see those put walls from yesterday's analysis, you gotta see them. Tesla just keeps going. Maybe it's time to buy. Once upon a time, I bought 2 Tesla stocks because my parents said, in honor of Chinese New Year or Lunar New Year, they were like $800, very auspicious number. And I was like, yeah, you're right. That's right. We already looked at Tesla. Tesla's just trading flat on the oversold Bollinger Clouds here. Cody Becker wants to look at BNGO, sure. Oh, $250 calls today. Ha ha ha. Okay. Did we catch up to that 80,000 subscriber goal after I bought? No, we're still set. 72 away. So I bought those shares in advance. So we need 72 more subscribers. And then we can... Then the offer that we couldn't refuse is over. I've watched all 3 movies almost, and I can't make a good impression. 800 to 950. So we have probably Marcus over here dropping $433,000 of calls here. And 950. Just spreading. So anytime this happens, right, there's a lot more of a gamma ramp here starting on the 27th. This is where they bought 2 days ago a bunch of gamma ramp for us to move upwards, not only to 200 but then almost $1 million at 680. So these will likely expire worthless if they're expiring this weekend. And that's the tricky part, right? Is that it gives us a better understanding of where the gamma ramp and the gamma squeeze could bring us. But if they expire worthless, then they're just giving Citadel more money, giving the hedge funds more money. And look at that suspicious $7 million worth of puts. Deep in the money here. Scott McDonald, I have to make decisions today for Mavis. Here's Mavis. Let's take a look at what people think the earnings report is going to do. Whoa, down 14%. What? Mavis, I was just looking at you. Let's see if I can look at it for Microvision. So this is the option chain for Microvision here. Wow. $20, $25. So a lot of people with high hopes that would get up to $35. Microvision news. Bears take control of Microvision. Benzinga. Microvision Q1 earnings preview. I don't trust Seeking Alpha. Dark market today with Jim Cramer buy AMD. Hold on. Microvision stock stages epic reversal. Epic. Bulls in charge. Bears take over. I just want to know how it's going to hit its earnings report. One sec. Bears take control of Microvision. Okay, so this is the same guy that draws little crayon drawings here. Reversal day pattern. I guess I have to go to Seeking Alpha. Okay. Consensus estimate is down 3 cents, and the consensus revenue estimate is about 0.6 million. Over the last year, Mavis has beaten EPS estimates 0% of the time. Microvision has never beaten earnings per share estimates, and they've beaten revenue estimates 25% of the time. Okay, that's a pretty clear track record. So in that sense, I mean, at $18, I think Microvision actually is starting to get oversold. So let's take a look here, because we were looking at it at like $20 earlier. This is on the hourly. Yeah, it's starting to push into that oversold Bollinger Band. It doesn't look like it's going to. It doesn't look like the bears are going to fully control if people are already expecting that has a negative EPS for its earnings report coming out today. That said, this stock is so volatile that it really is hard to put an actual point on it. So right now we're mixing the fundamentals and the technical patterns here. The technical pattern indicates that we are likely going to see a buy signal soon. However, with the earnings report bearish and the bears taking over, we're going to have more of a negative story for the earnings report, but perhaps we already have expected it. So that's the narrative that's currently playing off right now. I'm invested in Microvision. I have 5 shares as of right now. AMC hitting this 1044 level of support here. And I do believe this is support. But just in case, this is going to be trading sideways here. GME, on the other hand, dropping below to 171. I need to see what the next level of resistance is. Come on. AMC dipping below 1044. Let's see that bounce. Joseph is asking about my long position, so I have actually, it's super easy. I just took a screenshot of my SoFi positions. So that is going to be plugged in to, it's going to be a document that you can get as a member of the channel, either on Patreon or by pressing that join button down below. And you will be able to receive it at the Gorillionaire or the Space Legend tier. Yes, Joel, we're going to be covering the AMA today. Look at this nice lighting right now. Oof. Love it. Love to see it. Should I buy Tesla stock? 5 things to know as SoFi goes public. Okay, let's see what the 5 things to know actually are. Tech mindset. Thanks. Bank on it. Thanks. Growing revenue and widening losses. Uh-oh. A rising tide. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All things finance. This is more of like a holistic story about IPOE right now. What is this? Oh, this is social capital. So there's about 24 million short interest here. Nokia hype is real. Okay, so we have a good amount of this DD coming out of the woodwork soon. What's up, 2,600 of you? And yet not 1,000 likes? That math doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm trying to make that math make sense right now, but yeah, it's not really doing it. Smash that like so that we can see more Moon Platoon members catch the algorithm fever here. Predicting GME's price action with Elliott Waves 429. That's today. And your upvote neutralizes the downvotes. You are the equalizer. Enough of memes. Let's talk about price action. Here's the view of GME in the past few days. A lot of upward trends here. AMC actually getting supported by 1044. Let's see if it gets rejected by its MA. For GameStop, I can't remember when I predicted this bounce. Sanguine says, how's Nokia my only green? There's a whole Nokia thing here. Revisiting OTC trades and why the float is much bigger than anyone expects. The numbers ape, what do they mean? Honestly, when you have too many monitors, suddenly you're like, okay, what do you can only look at one monitor at a time. 1 hour view. Elliott wave theory. The way we see it, we are here. Here's a bigger view of what we see for GME. All more crayons, man. Okay, if I'm gonna do this analysis, I'm gonna have to draw the exact. I'm gonna have to have the exact same chart of GME up. So when is this? Oh, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so this is just on the 5-minute chart here. Everyone says that technicals don't apply to GME, so manipulated is ignorant in their eyes. Yeah, no, we have seen the technicals play out. How would I be able to make these predictions if the technicals didn't play out? Right? It's not like I have insider trading. Technicals are not as relevant, but they still pan out like 9 out of 10 times. Okay. Let's see if there's any GME mainstream news. I'm drinking coffee. Brain, wake up. Scott McDonald says, can you just tell us how many shorts are still available for Mavis in the market and if it's over 100% shorted? You expect Mavis to be 100% shorted? Well, do I have news for you? It is... No, hold on. Microvision. Oh, shoot. That's a lot. So at least 20% shorted based on all the shares that exist. Let me see if I can find out what the float is. Ooh, Finviz. Let's see if these data sources are different. We got MarketWatch and Finviz. It looks like it's trying to say that the public float is 155, really? Percent of float shorted 20%. Okay, so that's math that we can all do. Float. %. Okay, Finviz and MarketWatch both agree. Going about 20% shorted here, which is still substantial. Right, that's why Microvision is one of these meme stocks here. Wait, hold on, where is it? So we have here percent of short floated, 20%, and then public float by 155. 30 divided by 155, 1/5, 20%. Make sense? That's how the math works. Lord Weird, tickle, tickle, tickle. No, stop, Ken. You're the bad uncle. What did I just read? 4 to 4 sell signal on BNGO from the 27th. That would have gotten you out at 761, saved you $1. On that price action, that's about a 16%. I need to learn what 1/7 is. But when we get there, about 652. Now on the hourly, there's no clear buy. You're likely looking at the MACD crossing on a lower threshold here. Even on the 5 minutes, there's no buy. 30 minute, there's no buy. No buys quite yet. No buy signal from BNGO. Well, I'm glad that I'm a wizard Only wizards are able to do price action predictions this accurately. Hold on. Crop the unused space in your camera and showed more charts. Well, it used to show way more charts, but it makes people confused. I don't know. I can make myself smaller, but then you can't see Meatball. Hold on, let's just zoom into me. A little bit further back. There we go. So now you can see meat. Just me and meat. Okay, how's that? It's a little better. Coffee time, says Jezebel. JP Robedo. Webull's awesome, man. Yeah, I agree. BTS got more AMC and immediately dropped. BTS, what are you doing? Cut it out. Cody Becker says, definitely need to get cheat code in the next few days. Confirmation bias. Remember, guys, get the latest version of cheat code using the description down below. The link in the description. Shannon says, show more Andrew, less chart. At least Andrew can be bigger. Whew. Okay. Hard to play options if you can't day trade. That's very true. Oh my goodness. You're so cute. I love looking at Meatball. Such a cutie. Elliott wave theory panning out in your opinion? Well, I haven't read that article quite yet. But we're about to. So I'm gonna take a quick minute break so that I can use the restroom. We have Chewy Fonder, Ryan Cohen rebuilds GameStop. They have not fixed this typo yet for some reason. Hold on. This is from the Bloomberg article, GameStop.
You've had 30 seconds to digest this earnings, though, and give us your complete analysis.
30 seconds to digest this for our complete analysis. That's what you sound like. Got him. Ryan Cohen maps out GameStop turnaround plan. So I'm gonna leave you with these boys here. I'll be back in a bit. Back in a sec.
What's your main takeaway from the quarterly report?
Yeah, Joe, a lot of time to really dive in deep. Scrolling through the release, I think the big take, looking at the 2021 strategic initiatives, you see a lot of language around customer experience, customer care operation. So that, I think, goes in line with what we've been seeing with these executive hires, focusing on improving their technology capabilities and really bringing the business from being that legacy brick and mortar oriented business.
194? When was GameStop 194? Hold on. I mean, I'll still play this news clip because it's attached to this Ryan Cohen maps out GameStop turnaround plan from 26th. But the last time GameStop was at $200. That was all the way back in the beginning of April. So keep that in mind.
business to more of a digitized, customer-centric operation in line with, I think, Ryan Cohen's vision.
Talk to us about e-commerce, and happy birthday, by the way, if that alluded to your birthday, Rod.
Belatedly, one day, thank you. Too.
Well, happy birthday. Global e-commerce sales, it says in the small print, increased 191% for the fiscal year 2020, representing nearly 30% of total net sales. How does that fit into your long-term vision of how much we move away from bricks and mortar and move into really digital only?
Yeah, the comp number looks great, which comes off a very low base. And as you noted, the 30% number, I think, is a little inflated given all of the pre-order activity for the new consoles that was pushed through the e-commerce channel. And of course, we had a lot of forced activity through the e-commerce channel given COVID closures during much of the first or second quarter in 2020. So longer term, we'll want to see that number grow. I think we saw them report just under 700 stores were closed in 2020. So would like to get more clarity from the company on how they see that de-densification, that continued store rationalization play out going forward. But it's certainly movement in the right direction.
So this Amazon veteran, Jenna Owens, is going to be the new COO. Beyond what we see in the numbers here, what does that tell you about the sort of the crew that's coming together to turn this company around?
Yeah, Joe, they've been making a lot of hires of technology-oriented bets for the past couple months, ever since the agreement between Ryan and Co. and the company was reached in January 11th. So it tells me that the company's taking it seriously, and they believe that that's their future. That's where they're making these hires. I mentioned the focus on customer, and I think there's a story out this morning in Reuters that I wanted to kind of highlight that really shows me how important the customer is, that kind of obsession with the customer to Ryan, and I think the folks that he's bringing on board, that he and the company are bringing on board. There was a story that Reuters had where he had a customer who'd send emails to the company, upset about order delay, and Ryan reached out within 12 hours of the email to the customer directly, got on the phone with him, let him know, what was going on. He's upset about what happened, refunded the customer's money in tandem with Kelly Durkin, the new customer service chief. So I think you can see that they're going to really be embodying that customer-centric ethos of Amazon, like what Chewy did, and you're just seeing it already starting to play out.
We're already seeing WallStreetBets reacting to GameStop's results, and I mean, that feels that there's tongue-in-cheek as always. It says GameStop earnings misses top and bottom lines, proceeds to moon as expected. Whatever the case, this is a company that doesn't always move off fundamentals. But Rod, your perspective is always on just where the stock is trading, 195, whether the story being told in these earnings vindicates that price point.
It's difficult to say, Caroline. I think we continue to have the supply chain issues. Revenue came in a bit light. EPS versus Street came in a bit light. And they're going to continue to, as I think everybody in the supply chain has experienced.
As a reminder, we actually covered the fourth quarter earnings report that day live, and that was a very, very sad day overall. Mainly because we had such high expectations for Ryan Cohen to actually do something, and he didn't. And then there was no gaming, like SLGG, there was no partnership with esports. So we had a pretty important point here. And a pretty important point is that life could have been better, but it wasn't bad. And yet everyone took that as very bearish news because they expected so much more. That's the trouble with having mismatched expectations. Ask anybody in a successful marriage. Am I right? Ladies? Okay, LA wave theory. We're gonna cover that in just a second. Who's asking? Christian? Max Stott says, hey, Andrew, love that stream, bro. Keep the financial education and techno analysis coming. You have an opinion on DKNG? Appreciate it. Yeah, I can. DKNG, and I appreciate you. Thank you for saying those very nice words. Oh, look, my graph. DKNG is bouncing off a daily low of 57.40. Down 3% on the day, but coming back up to re-meet its VWAP here. I don't have any of the resistance levels here, but I can see one forming here at 58.42 and a resistance at 59. So 58.42 to 59 right now are the two levels to watch. You're currently rejected at 58. 15. slightly high, slightly lower than expected. But if you are going to be playing around these two areas for a while, you're likely going to see a resurgence up to the VWAP. That's a 58.42. Ah, okay, rejected here. Like right now, you're seeing DKNG in a bearish position. That's for sure. So to confirm that bearish position, God, why does auto turn on automatically? Oh, take a look here. DKNG. The 30-minute is a sell. Look at that. It's like we agree. 30-minute is a sell. 2 out of 4 soft buy that didn't pan out, right? DKNG does not look like it's in a spot of being able to enter anytime soon. If you do see DKNG slipped to 56, anything lower than 56 is likely going to be a buy signal. All Boogie says, any DTCC SEC rule updates timeframes been gone. We had NSCC 005 come out earlier this week, and I have a whole video about that. I'm gonna clip it up. Maybe I'll put it out today, you know? Wink. You check Petco. Woof. EA is a sorry company for gaming. They always rush their games and never fix their bugs. Why fix your bugs when you can just make another subpar game? Ooh, shots fired, EA. Pew, 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 pew. They have the worst recruiting system too. I was going through their recruiting system as a data scientist, and it was not good. Jay Shi is asking the right way. He wants to look at a peaky wiki at Marathon. So Marathon and then Patience. We'll cover these all real quick. Marathon. Marathon had a sell signal up at 37. Can you blame them? 3 out of 4 sell signal right there. What else? That's about it. Right now, is it being oversold? Yes. There's even a 3 out of 4 buy signal on the 5-minute chart, but this hasn't gotten you anywhere. This is for scalping purposes. On the hourly, we have a sell. Look at the daily, just for fun. On the daily, looking like just trending between 2 levels of overbought, oversold. Not really looking like a good exit or an entry point for Marathon quite yet. Yeah. I would say keep on waiting. Right now, there's no clear entry or exit points. Moon Mapuche says, think about getting back into Mavis. Almost. It's almost time. You see this slope is starting to pan out. This squeeze indicator is starting to flatten out. Whenever it starts going back to green, that's going to be a pivot point. Yoshi. So big, Yoshi. Look at how big.
It's so good.
It's so good. And it's free on Craigslist. If you guys haven't seen that video about how to get my entire $3,500 apartment furnished for free, that's on the channel. Did you guys know that? Meatball, bookshelf, emojis, guitar, chair. Nokia's doing real good today, so let's actually take a look. Nokia is up. Oh, it gapped up again? Wait. What is this? I don't see any extended hours. Alright, this is a gap up was from... This gap up was during the pre-market. What happened to Yoshi?
Baby Yoshi.
Why is he so small now? What happened? Yoshi's so tiny all of a sudden.
It's not enough.
Alright, that's enough of that.
Well, Woody's washed now.
Thank you, Woody.
Got a friend in me.
You got a friend in me. If you guys want any Angelo money trivia, this movie is the reason I named myself. Did you guys know that? Used to love this movie as a kid. Connect the dots. On the taxi ride over from O'Hare Airport in Chicago, I named myself because the taxi driver was like, "What's your name, kid?" My parents looked at me like, "Wait, you picked a name?" Moon Mapache, you got it, man. Alright, so my predictions are pretty much... Okay, let's just look at how good they are. That one right there. I thought I was going to contest the VWAP staying closer to the MA instead. And then this one, thought I was going to contest the VWAP as well. Staying close to this level of support here. So, goodbye. New predictions are needed. Max Moritz, you don't really need to do data science to be able to actually figure out the price momentum. So it's not to dumb down to your intelligence. It's just that a lot of people are beginners. So you might be a beginner too. So if you wanted to actually look at a playlist of videos that where I just do my own thing and don't read out any DD, that's fine. That playlist is the very first one on the homepage. So you got to go to Angelo Money homepage. Let's explain it to Max. He might not know. Gotta go to the homepage here, and then you gotta go to the very first playlist, and it says Andrew authored some DD. So you can just look at all of these videos where I talk about technical analyses. Yeah, it's super fun. I think it's irrelevant, right? It's kind of like saying I'm a professional wrestler. Like, I'm not conducting data science when I'm reading the news and informing you guys. But I am a full-time data scientist in Silicon Valley. Like, that's just my occupation. What's up? It's Bank and Finanzas again from Peru. Pum, pum, pum. Did I ever put data in a beaker? No. A graduated cylinder. AMC down 3.5% today. GME down 2.8%. But finally retaking that VWAP. GME has some pretty interesting price action coming in the pipeline here. Joji Source, I'm a data wizard. I'm a wizard, Harry. You play one more banana? Here, I'll peel it. Peels are very healthy. There you go. I'll eat some banana too. Oh. Uh-huh. That's the banana from yesterday's sketch. Oh man. Ow. That banana. Ugh, gross. Okay, Jack J. What's going on? Thanks for the super. Zomedica. So we look at that Zomedica in a sec. Chewy found Ryan Cohen maps out GameStop turnaround plan. But I've already covered this. De-densification. Right? All calls should be within 6 seconds. Yeah, exactly. We covered this already. Thanks, Bloomberg. Should I buy Tesla stock? 5 things to know about SoFi. We've got some DD piling up. Maybe the Jerome Powell one first. Financial system not threatened by frothy asset valuations. He is 100% certain that this man knows better than anyone that the financial system is facing imminent catastrophic collapse. And then he links to an article that doesn't actually talk about that, so that makes me confused. Why is there imminent financial collapse? Asked about the meme stock phenomenon in late January, Powell similarly declined to speak to a specific market, but said that asset values are broadly being driven by rising economic optimism. Yes, we are so optimistic about GME. We love those stocks, AMC and GME. I need to put more oil in my chair. D-Light says, Nokia started as a toilet paper manufacturer. They don't take crap from anybody. I bought more. Smooches for Meatball? Petting is fine too. You want smooches? This is from D-Light. You want smooches? Want a smooch? Smooch for Meatball. Okay. Should I do that Nokia video is the question. Let's get Nokia right. How far is Nokia up? Nokia is up to 8.62%. If I alter my audio, does my audio sound okay? Nokia, right. Yeah, that sounds fine. Woo, Doge mooning. Oh, really? This is not Doge. This is not a moon. This is 1 cent higher. But to be fair, if you were holding out since like, where was Doge a couple days ago? This is the minute chart. Doge went all the way down to 17 cents from a couple days ago. Yeah, that would have been a pretty good deal actually. You know what? I might just buy some. Can I? No. Why not? Can I? Yes, I can. Okie doke. Okay. Yes, he's a golden Korg. He graduated from the University of Cornell. Okay, do I have to do a Nokia DD here? The thing is that like Nokia already ripped, so you can buy Doge with Webull, that's right. You can. Has Nokia outpaced other computer and technology stocks this year? Nokia Q1 earnings and revenues beat estimates, rise year over year. Nokia has 5G. Echo Lotus is coming in with those emojis, baby. Bum 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 bum. Oh wait, I have to go out to weekly. I'm like, why can't I find my DD? Okay, so now it should be a Nokia. Nokia hype is real. They spent 10 years with the company, now off and not under any NDA to limit trading, so they're happy to throw some money at the share. Top line expansion buoy, Nokia's Q1 earnings. Zacks Equity Research. Harry, I'm not selling. Hey chat, let's get those likes up. 2.3 thousand people watching, but 1.1 thousand likes. Something's amiss in terms of the math here. So apparently Ether is ripping. Up 3%. Okay. That's a considerable jump. Ethereum doesn't look like Bitcoin at all. Interesting. Okay, 2100 in the last couple of days. Have you bought into Bitcoin or Ethereum in the last couple of days? Oof. Good time for it. How many we got? 58 subscribers more until 80,000. Can't wait for that to happen. Hedge fund manager, yeah, I heard about that. Julian Sheets. Andrew, isn't it possible that every stock that jumps in the January gamma squeeze, Nokia, BlackBerry, etc., is still part of an overall over-leveraged short debacle? Yes. So Nokia has been out of the like general mainstream meme stock purview, but it certainly has always been with the same like crowd of meme stocks getting hit by the same shorts. So we have a pretty detailed article about Nokia here. But it's pretty hee-haw boring. But there it is. Nokia Q1 earnings and revenues beat estimates. Rise year over year. And then we have this Reddit from WallStreetBets. That's a while ago. Reddit called it right. Nokia hype is real. Volume is so low. 1.35 million volume on GME. Wow, that's pretty pitiful. Okay, we have a lot of DD to cover and a lot of ennui over here. So I need to drink either more coffee or I need to like do a push-up or something. Gotta get hype. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Jason says, what are your thoughts on Safe Moon? Stay classy. Hi, Meatball. Hey. That's right. What a cutie. Goodness gracious. All right, Safe Moon. We had a whole live stream where we covered about a bunch of Safe Moon, and personally, I think that when altcoins start to come out and they haven't really proven themselves quite yet, a lot of people can point fingers and say, okay, that's a scam, right? That people are trying to pump up this this crypto that doesn't really have any like clear legs. What I'll say is that I think I see the founder of Safe Moon trying, right? But the last time they had a I think it was like an AMA or a press release where there's just a rapper came out. That was a pretty like tone deaf display that they truly just didn't understand their audience. So with all that said, I think that one of the most important questions you have to ask yourself is, well, $100 here, I can either make 10% of that on like a stable stock, or I could try to have that $100 go towards a moonshot and then see where we go from there. Do I need water? Hold on. Meatball, you need water? Oh my. Meatball is the cutest dog. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a cup of water. And then I will be back in about 10 seconds. Give me a sec. Okay. You take a look at LNW, sure. And then Ford. LLNW. Oh, look, everybody's coming out with their earnings reports here. Oh, hello, Julian Sheets. Here's some money to prove Steve wrong. Ooh. Who's Steve? Am I missing something? But Julian Sheets, thank you so much supporting the show. Man, Julian, I'll drink to that. Cheers. And for anyone underage watching, that was apple juice. Meatball, come on. Here you go. See, I'm a little too far zoomed in. You can't see my hair. Oh, there we go. Yes, Julian. LLNW is on the hourly chart, showing a disjointed sell signal that would have got you out just at the nick of time, right before this 10% dip. This 10% dip on the hourly chart is pretty pathetic. We see those dips on the regular, on the 5-minute chart over on GME, but that means that it's about to get into a oversold position. So it looks like LNW has a chance to rip, just not quite yet. But once again, that rip is probably going to be about another 10%. Ford looking real sour after this earnings. I'm assuming it's earnings miss. Estimate was 30 cents. As reported, 89 cents. Oh, so it beat. It beat, and yet people aren't happy. So Ford, way below its Bollinger Band. No buy signal yet, but way below oversold. So we'll check it back. We'll check back in later today, but there's definitely an opportunity here. what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and see if I can stream everything from one screen. That's the IPOE video coming in a second. So what I'm going to have to do is I won't have any of my monitors in San Diego. So I'm going to have to pull these around. I did not know I could do this. Okay, then I need to figure out exactly like what am I minimizing, what am I maximizing here. So what does this look like? We have this. That doesn't look quite right. Okay, I mean, that works. Okay, sweet. So now they're on the same page. Awesome. However, I want to have everything on the same page, including the OBS. What? Let me see what you guys are saying. Ooh, resort dog bartender? I don't think it's people not being happy, it's the hedgies. F is a perpetually depressed stock. American cars. Did I sail my Mavis? No, I still haven't. I have half. Shout out to the mods, the realist. Yes, they are. My mods, best in the nation. I'll say it. Best in the universe. These are the moderators that we deserve. That we need, but we don't deserve, truly. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink this screen. Whoa, GME on a fat rip here. Hello. Almost missed you. So GME pushed, bounced off of its MA, pushed past its VWAP as if it was nothing. Hot butter, like Austin said yesterday, and then pushing now between these two levels of resistance here, likely going to stay here for a while. Between 174 and 176. Christian Schmear, you know what? The Elliott Wave DD is gonna come right after this, in about 3 minutes. Right after I configure this chart here. What's behind? Oh. Okay, what I want is like a small piece of this to be the Webull screen. Okay, so that's the Webull screen right there. Sweet. That's how big Webull should be. Oh, you can't make it much smaller. Which is very interesting. I'll put it on the right side of the screen here. So we're coming up with some Elliott wave theory about what is coming up next in just this hot second for the price action of GME. So that's coming up in just a second. So I guess this is the smallest this gets. Put it all the way at the top. Rod M, welcome to the Moon Platoon. What's going on? Rod M, you are now an officer of that Moon Platoon. Ho, ho, ho. And now that this price action is much larger. Kind of poetic in a way. Sweet. Awesome, that works. Oh look, we fit everything in one screen. Nice. And the price is even larger. Win-win-win for everyone. Now to make this fit, I have to do this. Oh, that's the sad part. I can't make both of them fit. Harry and I'm selling. Hey chat, let's get those likes up, he says. Well, he said it. Okay, slightly new idea. This needs to be further up. In the name of the immortal 2 Chains, Dos Cadenas close to genius. Yay! Okay. Everything looks good now. So this is what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to keep everything in one place, in one screen. It's gonna be a pain, but it's gonna have to do it. Okay. So now that you have bared with me, we're gonna go and cover that extra fancy DD here. Predicting GME's price action with Elliott Waves 429. The way that I can do this is that I have to actually chart it out over here as well. Drew 40, what's up? Welcome to the officer rank of the Moon Platoon. These guys are just pressing that join button down below. So Rod M and Drew 40, you guys are now going to lead that Meatball army to Valhalla. There we go. Well, that'll do it. I'm Moon Platoon too, says Conceptual Logic. Harry says, have I done a Reddit overview already? Yeah, I did. This was like... it had its components. Back to the coffee. Oh, Fefe. So much better, can read numbers, says Vimy. I just realized all of that finagling and I should have been doing it on this monitor instead. Oh well. You can't win them all. Where's my live chat? Here it is. Hold on. Andrew Evans is in the chat. Welcome, Zachary. Zachary Russell, thanks for pressing that join button. Appreciate that. Platoon party and everyone else too, and we squeeze. Seriously, we gotta have a island party, island hopping party when we have a chance there. ETA on AMA is gonna be at Power Hour. Coffee is really good. But what's better? Water. Cody Becker, biggest congrats. What's happening to Cody? Oh, he won't be quite as much because he's getting married Saturday? What? Can we get rings in the chat? What can we get in the chat for Cody? Congratulations, my man. He says it's exciting. Started off with 25 people. Her family blew it up to like 60 observers. Well, rings in the chat for Cody. If you can't, if there's no ring emoji, do a rocket emoji. Heck yeah. The mods in the chat making everyone feel so welcome. I will say this is a little weird because I'm seeing my Streamlab very, very small, but it still works. I can still kind of visualize what I'm looking at, which is fine. Hello? Thanks, family, says Cody Becker. Oh, family it is. Family it is. Okay, predicting GME's price action with Elliott Waves 429. What's poppin'? You possibly here with some bias that I can indeed can confirm, and will confirm your bias. Confirmed. Confirmed. Okay. Let's read it here. Left. Okay. In that sense, I kind of need to have a daily technical trader. I make a living identifying patterns and executing trades based solely on what I see on my charts. Wrinkle brain. Let's do this real quick. Nothing like a nice, crisp drink of coffee. Nothing quite like data. Predicting GME's price action with Elliott Waves. That means you guys gotta look at Professor Meatball, look at his cute little tie, and shout out where you are on that like counter. We're trying to get up to 1200. Hey, my name is Andrew. We're gonna watch this video all the way to the end to explain where GameStop's price action is going with one of our favorite technical indicators, Elliott Waves, one of our favorite technical analysis patterns that we are going to then deep dive. Make sure that you understand with help of user possibly 6. Let's give this a vote, a quick upvote, so make sure that we make a trip down to his DD after this video is over. And I also want to thank people who have pressed that join button, such as Home Slice 213 for joining the Mo Monkey Army. It's a good way to support the show, and we're gonna go off and explain Elliott Waves 429. What's poppin'? User possibly 6 here with some bias that I can confirm, will confirm your bias confirmed. As always, this is not financial advice. These views are expressed solely to the approach of investing in the specific equity Ape AM here. To preface, for new Apes, he's a daily technical trader. They make a living by identifying patterns, executing trades based solely on what they see on their charts. As someone who day swings trades every day, they never day trade GME. They have been holding since late November. All right, so that's an important thing to pay attention to. What if recognizing confirmation bias just feeds our confirmation bias of our assumptions that we are unbiased? Fair enough. Apologies again for the lack of daily posts. They feel like the work is oftentimes drowned out by fluff and memes. Not really an issue, just not super motivating if you catch my drift. In the last post, they talked about how it seems like our price action mimicked that of January. If you want to check out that post, here it is. And finally, they wake up and see their favorite stock going up in value. There has been a lot of great work by Apes around the sub in recognizing that GME was selling shares to Apes while simultaneously keeping the price at max pain points. And if you guys haven't seen those videos about max pain, right, we have some pretty snazzy 60-second explanations on the channel. And if you guys haven't yet subscribed, that's a good reason to do so. All right, the great equalizer. Enough, now that the bankruptcy is completely ruled out, why haven't the shorts covered, right? Originally, they wanted to go out to Congress and say, hey, the reason why we are shorting this stock to oblivion is because we think bankruptcy is just a natural conclusion to the way that GME runs its company, AMC 2, blah, blah, blah. No, we have plenty of money now. GME has not only wiped out its debt, but also raised another $551 million to transition to e-commerce. Bankruptcy is off the table. So, Now that the stock can't go to zero based on all of the things we talked about before, putting a brand new C-suite, Ryan Cohen becoming the chair of the board of directors, what do these guys have to do? Why haven't shorts covered? Well, it's because they dumb, lol. These guys don't want to admit defeat by a bunch of crayon-eating apes, and I don't blame them. Enough of the memes, let's talk price action. Here's their view of GME over the past few days. A couple of things you'll notice is that a lot of these lines are to track trends, right? We are looking at the ability for the price action here, these red and green candles, to be trended by these trend lines here. Usually the trend lines that you see on my charts are levels of resistance and support, right? Here he is tracking trends and also tracking rising resistances and levels of ascending and descending resistance and support. If you come on the show before, you know that resistances are the price points where people who trade the stock have to make a decision of whether or not the stock is worth more or less. And here we are paying attention to these trends that he is building for a 1 hour view ending on today. If you follow them for regular EW updates, they ended up redrawing the waves we are in. The movement on Monday looks to be the start of wave 3, but it's not quite finished. They have tried to explain EW, Elliott wave theory, in their previous posts. Hurts their head too much, so trying to describe it, but they will try to put it in simple terms. So if you guys are ready, simple ape terms, here's Elliott wave theory in a nutshell. It's no more than the manifestation of human nature in financial markets. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly right. It's just humans being humans. It's a natural tendency to see a wave upward, an impulse wave, or a wave downward, a corrective wave. These two types of waves plus periods of consolidation make up almost all of the price action that we see for any stock. The market moves in waves, 5 impulse waves and 3 corrective waves, with waves inside of waves. These are sub waves. We've guys talked about it before when we try and predict where a price is going to go depending on the sub waves that we have seen in the past. Elliott wave theory, here it is. Right within these larger macro waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an impulse wave here. You can also see the inner makings of smaller impulse waves here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. At the same time, you see this main corrective wave here, A, B, C. That is a macro corrective wave composed of multiple ABC corrective waves here. For example, for between 3 and 4, there's a corrective wave here, bringing it down from its impulse here from 5. So each time we see a rise and then let's say it falls, but then does not fall all the way to the starting point. That is the middle of an impulse wave, but is composed of 1 impulse wave and 1 corrective wave. The way they see it, we are here, right? Somewhere along the path to the very top. So somewhere between the second and the third points on an impulse wave. There's a bigger view of what they see for GME. Let's see if we can track that. We have a rip from January, right? This is the gamma squeeze in January. We have a rip in March, which is the gamma squeeze in March. And now we are, if we are on the path of Elliott wave, right between 2 and 3 here, we're looking at the end of our price action to indicate where we're supposed to go. In some of their previous posts, they mentioned that wave 3 of 5 target is somewhere between 220 before a slight correction, and the downward move at open today was entirely predictable, and 165 was the buy area where they're watching today to buy more of their favorite stock. Let's explain why. Refer back to the EW diagram above, specifically waves 1 and 2. The wave rules apply on all time frames. After a downturn period, when there is significant move upwards, this often marks wave 1 of 5. Wave 2 of 5 targets at least a 50% correction from wave 1, though oftentimes 61.8% level. So that's what we're talking about here, right? Is that when this wave rises, its correction is going to be 50% down on top of its impulse here, right? We need to have a period of downward consolidation before we can continue to rip. You can also visualize those levels below using this line. It's getting a little harder to be able to read these here. 156 is a purple line, 165 is a yellow line, 171 here. If you guys have questions about setting up these technical indicators, including the Fibonacci, we will have plenty to talk about in our live streams, which you should be checking out on a day-to-day basis. Compare this to the diagram above. The price action is totally logical. Wave 3 targets a 1.618 extension of wave 1 with GME that is visualized below, which gives us our wave 3 of 5 parts before some retracement action. Once again, very similar charts, but just putting it all together. Will we see this target hit tomorrow? Possibly 6. As always, I don't give too much thought. What I think will happen is we will see price hit a low of around 172 tomorrow, and that's tomorrow from today, right? Because tomorrow we do have quintuple digits of calls expiring already in the money, but then we have another quintuple digits worth of calls that would be expiring if we hit $200. So that price point is something that we're looking carefully at. Anticipate this because, as you see, we trended downwards after the news that GME finished their sale of 3.5 million shares. Thus, the upward trajectory from today after the morning dip was a smaller wave 1 completing. Naturally, 50 to 61.8% correction is expected before wave 3. So that dip that we saw earlier today, this is a part of that Elliott wave where we need to have retracement before a continuation of that impulse. Whatever happens, they're jacked. Before they sign off, ignoring Elliott waves, we just broke out of the mega wedge, and they're sure that you have seen across the sub. MACD on the daily just crossed as well, which is a huge bullish signal. If you guys want to know exactly what that is, we do talk about all of these signals back on the live stream, as well as the technical analyses that we do conduct at the end of each of those live streams. MACD crossover, not the subject of this video, but that was why I've so bullishly bought some more GME earlier today. Everyone that says, oh, technicals don't apply to GME, it's so manipulated, is ignorant in their eyes. Elliott wave theory is not typical technical analysis. It's human nature, which is why it's so accurate. And that's why I am able to make these predictions if you guys come on those live streams, because I don't have insider trading. I don't have like a crystal ball. I just know human nature and the technical indicators a little bit better than the average smooth-brained ape. Too long didn't read. Lots of pictures and colorful lines. GME go up, expecting a low of around 172 tomorrow before a slight reversal around the 217 area. Possibly, but highly unlikely, we fall back to 165 before $217. Don't day trade GME, and don't take any of this as financial advice, as we talked about in the beginning of this video. Thank you guys for watching this quick piece about Elliott wave theory. We're going to go right back to the live stream here, but make sure that you have already given yourself an opportunity to support the show that you love, right? Clicking that Patreon link down below, or just easily staying on the YouTube platform and pressing that join button, or just coming on the show, asking me a question, dropping a super chat, all helps out the show. Get two free stocks from Webull with the link down below, and $250 of free Bitcoin from BlockFi on the link down below as well. We'll see you guys in the money. Cool. Elliott wave theory. So I'm still playing around with how small my monitor is now, because I'm playing with one screen. I'm technically playing with two screens, but I'm trying to see just if it's possible for me to do it when everything is super small. Okay. Anybody have questions here? Andrew Mo ASMR, heck yeah. Slurp on that mic. Something about my chair. That squeaky chair is going to be taking a hiatus for a week while I'm in San Diego. What kind of dog is Meatball? Meatball is a golden corg. Look at him, he's so cute. He's sleeping all stream. So adorable. Kevin Vernichik, let's talk about Tesla. We could, yeah. Yeah, we could. You're just right in this covered part of the patio. Yeah, Tesla is... Why is everything so crumpled up? Is it because I have no screen space? Yes. So Tesla on the hourly has continued to dip down from 690 where we saw it earlier this morning, but still no buy or sell indicator. Well, it's not going to be a sell indicator. We're waiting for a buy indicator. People who were asking me, I think some of you were asking me to whether or not you should get out of Tesla. What have we learned about not buying? What have we learned about not selling the dip? This is a dip, right? Tesla, unless you expect Tesla to go anywhere in the next like few weeks to years, yeah, not likely that we're going to see Tesla making some major moves to bankruptcy anytime soon. That said, I'm thinking about buying some Tesla. How about that? Not financial advice. You should do whatever you feel like you should do, but I'm thinking about buying some Tesla. When? Not quite yet. Soon. Yes, excellent. San Diego meetup at El Tacos El Gordo. Heck yeah. Oh, I watched Zoolander last night. Which one of you was like, you gotta watch Zoolander, Andrew? Well, I did. I finally did watch it, and it was quite a good movie. Oh, the scene. Which was my favorite scene?
Yeah, what was your favorite?
I don't know. Some of the jokes didn't age very well, so some of the jokes that made me laugh are no longer PC.
What?
Like, I'm bulimic, and then Zoolander's like, you can read minds, and then that wasn't funny by itself. But then Hansel's like,
their reactions were funny.
yeah, their face acting is everything.
Yeah. Did you like when they exploded from the gas fight?
Yes, I think the gas fight the gasoline fight was also very funny. I kind of want to watch that scene again. Orange mocha frappuccino.
Yeah, orange mocha frappuccino.
Orange mocha frappuccino.
That's what got me interested in frappuccinos, honestly. As a child, I think that was it.
But yeah, great movie. What? Okay, so what I'm gonna try to do now is I'm gonna try and pull a new. That's pretty frustrating because I shouldn't have pulled Webull. Webull home. I'll call it Webull home. On the original Webull, let's see if I can undo everything. Yes, there's so much undoing I can do. Yes. This is back when I was... Oh, good. Okay, sweet. So that... Oh, it also deletes the Webull home. What can you do? I hope you guys are having a fun time with this Webull bouncing around right now. Hold on, give me 30 seconds and I'll be good. Copy. My blue steel. Yeah. I'm constantly doing blue steel. Oh. Okay, here. There.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You can't turn left, so you...
Yeah, I had to do it from the right. So I think if I do this, then I can do that. Yes. There we go. So now this is now called Webull home. Nope. I think we had a super chat from BR. Appreciate you, Andrew. Can you check out you? Yes, I can. And then Craig Arnell says, not sure if you looked up MRO earlier, but can you pull up cheat code and tell me your thoughts? MRO and then you. Seems like we're back to it. Oh. You is getting a disjointed sell signal here. So from 576 and down and downward, you would have been able to, you wouldn't have seen this entire sell signal until it's a little too late, but you could have gotten out at 576, saved yourself about 25 cents. Now on the 30-minute, there's no clear entry point or exit point, just hovering between two levels. Yeah, these Bollinger Bands here, no buy or sell. Seems like a hold. And then MRO is coming in a second. Andrew, when AMA, it's at power hour, so it's about 3 hours. Okay, sell signal here for MRO. Is this the same as the other marathon company? No. $12 to 11.17. So you've dropped down from about 30 cents. And now there's a squeeze indicator here. So whatever you think about marathon, I would imagine that there's still room to dip here. There's still room to dip, so it's a weak sell signal overall. But I'm teetering on holding and selling if I were you. Back to it. Matthew Goins. Thank you, Andrew, for doing... I watch your live streams every day. It makes me feel great about my investments. Can you do analysis on Riot blockchain? Heck yeah. Matthew Goins, you're also going to earn yourself a spot on the board. Matthew Goins. There's way too many oh yeah, this is hard. It's hard to see everything on one screen. Okay, so you said Riot, right? Okay. You want pump? This is Clement. Riot blockchain. Yep. So there's not a ton of action here on the 15-minute. There's also not a ton of action here. A sell signal on the 1-minute chart that would have led you to save a couple of cents. But as of right now, Riot blockchain is looking closer to oversold than overbought, but overall just hanging out in this in the hovering pattern that it has before. I know that Riot is basically entrenched with Bitcoin price action as well. Maybe we'll do a quick Bitcoin analysis as in a little later, but as of right now, not a clear indication of what you should do. How are we on that 80,000 subscriber goal? Did we get there yet? 50 more subscribers away. This could be you. 50 more subscribers, and we get to 80,000. And that was to buy more AMC and GME, which we already did earlier this stream. Oh, I love the coffee. The coffee. See, every time I contest a limited monetization strike, they go through, which means someone's just messing with me. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep on moving things around real quick. It's gonna be fast. It's gonna be like whoosh. One sec. It's gonna be like whoosh. Display capture. Left source. Okay, so now I'm gonna move this around here. It's gonna be very similar to what we have over here already. Okay. Move this here. Oh, is this really the smallest it gets? Uh-oh. I'm in danger. Okay. So, you guys are seeing some pretty big stuff happening right now. This is exciting, exciting. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa, what was that sound?
Some cars driving by.
Some car. Some car, indeed. This is test number 5 of whether or not everything fits. So far, I think almost everything fits. So what I'm doing is gearing up for my San Diego trip, where I'm not going to have any extra monitors. If you guys are curious about what's happening right now. And then we're going to check out, someone's wanted FAMI, right? F-A-M-I. So we're going to have that soon. If you guys haven't had your ticker symbol suggestion looked at quite yet, here's your chance. Let me know. Oh, I could just get rid of this. That's so much better. Who's laughing? Something haha funny? Okay, so we're gonna move this here. That roughly fits. Boom. All right, easy. There, we did it. Okay, now everything fits on one screen. It's very cramped, but it'll do it. Andrew, do not skip Oscars while I'm out here in San Diego. Oscars tacos? Or are the Oscars like...
The weenies?
Yeah. Kevin, I already talked about Tesla. I said I'm gonna buy some Tesla soon. Not sure when yet, but soon. AMC, says Angelo. Aw, AMC, don't be sad. Many people think I should be the one that's sad. Nintendo has stock, yeah, it's a company. Of course they do. I'm just gonna put this here because it's... I'm gonna have a second monitor to be able to look at the live stream at least. Why? Nintendo, please. Okay. Do I know if OTC shares are bad? Hold on, let me read what kind of comment is happening here. Andrew and the mods should be proud of this nice gathering of apes being civil and nice to each other. Lately, my #1 channel, and watch it every stream. Thanks, my fellow apes. Escalator Man. We are proud. Thank you, Escalator Man. Escalator Man. Okay. Donkey. TIA. Thanks in advance. But what stock do you want to look at? Okay, I'm gonna look at TCAT. I cannot figure out what people are asking for right now. TCAT. Oh, hello. TCAT's still in the middle of these Bollinger Bands here, so not quite pushing out of 3364. I think TCAT has just been on this consolidation for the last couple of days. So personally, I would say if you're in TCAT, good. If you're not in, good. Because there's no clear entry or exit points as of right now. Is Clover a good play? So we're gonna talk about Clover. Oh, we're gonna talk. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to check out that. So there's the GME Congressional Hearing Part 3 that if you guys saw the technical analysis yesterday, you would have been able to see. That's coming up on the 6th, so I'm gonna have to stream that out of a hotel room. Let's find out how that's gonna look. I fear you're underestimating the sneakiness, sir. Lurker's holding in the sub. Should we do SoFi next? I think that might be nice. Skylar Siddons here. 5 things to know about SoFi's thingamajig. Andrew, do you know if OTC shares are bad because Robinhood and Webull are selling us OTC, not and New York Stock Exchange shares for AMC? Do you know if that's a bad thing? Those shares are the same. The shares that you get, even if it's off exchange, is the same. It just depends on where it gets executed, right? It affects the price action, but not the actual the shares are shares, right? Shares are shares, even if they're naked. It all depends on the obligation for the person that sold you that share naked. But none of that has anything to do with what the type of share is. A share of GME is the share of GME. Payday in the UK tomorrow, says Barber. We know what that means. You know what that means. I certainly do. Alright, so I'm going to leave you with the end of that video that we didn't get to finish, because I'm going to take another quick bathroom break, and then we'll go back to Microvision. So we have Microvision stock. Where is this left? Here it is. Oh, So we have a microvision video coming up soon with 20% short interest. So that's a ton. Nokia Q1 earnings and revenue beats estimates. So we have that too. What's that video about? Robinhood will sell your shares at the beginning of the squeeze. We'll likely talk about that. Comprehensive due diligence. Okay, give me a sec. Where is that GME video? Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna say that like agility is gonna be much harder. Stock Market Apes, thanks so much for clearing that up, brother. I just subscribed. What's going on? Welcome to the Moon Platoon. I'm just gonna search GME. Maybe some some AMC news actually. AMC news. Samuel? This is from Samuel Etnoyer, or what's his last name?
Yes.
Etnoyer. Starting to remember your guys' last names here. AMC theater chain Yanks plan to issue 500 new shares. It's a weird way to say it, but okay. Yanks. AMC to sell up to 43 million fresh shares, but calls off plans to seek approval for 500 million more. Remember, that's something that they're likely planning to do when the squeeze actually hits. Okay, whoa. S&P 500 NASDAQ hit record highs on tech earnings boost. Upbeat data. You know, I do love upbeat data. Let's see if any of these are videos. Darn it. Nope, they're just reading. AMC down 6% today. Yeah. But it's not going to be pushing underneath $10 with this, like, even with this amount of short attack, whatever it is that's keeping AMC down, it's still not going to be enough to put it back to single digits. Okay. Yes, get some. Invest in digital, it's whatever it is with ease. Warren Buffett will provide a visible clue on his succession strategy. Ooh. Succession. I think this is an actual video. Okay, so some Warren Buffett news here. You know what I didn't get to do? I didn't get to turn off my computer yesterday. So now it's really sluggish. But it'll do it. Alright, I got 2 minutes to a quick bathroom break. Back in a sec, guys.
To the map. And to me, Andy, that investing is really two distinct buckets. It is a philosophical bucket, a thinking bucket, that then connects to the method bucket, or the investing bucket. And you can't be successful in your methods if you're not anchored well to the philosophical side. And the book is a thinking book, not a method book. And we really went back to the beginning and said, okay, how do we best think about the formation of this money mine that is Warren Buffett? And we began with his dad, Howard Buffett, who was a great libertarian, raised on Emersonian philosophy, all the way through Ben Graham, Charlie Munger, through rationalism and pragmatism, and gave examples of how that's worked throughout his entire career. So it was really fascinating and both humbling that it took him 25 years to figure this part out. But I think it's a critical variable that makes what Warren does successful is combining the philosophical with the methods. Both of them working in tandem is what's made it.
Berkshire is distinctive in a lot of ways, and there are some other companies that try to emulate at least parts of it that work for them, and many of them do it quite successfully. The distinctive parts start with the idea that the company is a partnership, that Warren is not sitting at the top of some empire calling the shots and increasing his power over everyone else. Every stockholder shares in lockstep. He thinks of himself as a general partner of a partnership who is trying to make the best decisions for the company as a whole. The company is also highly decentralized. That is, Warren is not directing the managers in every aspect of their business. Berkshire acquires the business, ideally with good management in place, and then defers to those managers to execute on their own strategy, leaving them alone in a trust-based environment, which is very distinctive in corporate America.
Very distinctive in corporate America indeed. Okie doke. All right, let's see what kind of questions you guys are asking. Guys, be nice to each other. Remember, I'm watching. Buckle up, y'all. Meatball, wake up. Who imagined that uncertainty from coming out of a global pandemic was worse than the one going in? Yeah, who would have thought? I wouldn't have thunk. No siree. Okay, so now I can have almost anything I want over on this monitor because I'm practicing what it's like to not have a monitor. Did you talk about Nokia yet? Not quite. Meatball, you doing okay? How you doing? I wish I could sleep all day. Wish I could be like Meatball. Oh, to be Meatball. I wish I could just sleep all day. But no, we got stocks to look at. Okay, so Chris Ho would like to see Mavis cheat code. Microvision. I think what I need to do is like literally close out of all my tabs, and maybe that will actually start calming things down. Why do I have so many tabs? Calm it down here. My computer's like, Okay, Robinhood will sell your shares. Comprehensive compilation of all due diligence. I don't know what that is. Microvision. Hovering at the very bottom of its price action for the last couple of days. $17 was a limit that was not seen the day before, or the day before, or the day before that, but on the 23rd, when Microvision was peaking above its Bollinger Clouds. And now it's about to go back to that same level. Now, I didn't receive any trouble here, so there's not like a clear resistance or support, but we are likely going to see a reverse or a retake of $20 eventually, and especially since Mavis is going to be having a well anticipated earnings report coming out today. Let's try to jump in. Let's see. Let me see if I can still RSVP for that. Microvision earnings report. Earnings call. Microvision earnings call. I would like to be part of it. This computer so slow right now. HOFV. Okay, we'll take a look in a sec. Schrodinger's cat. Okay, I'm on the investor relations page of Mavis. It says virtual annual shareholder meeting, May 26th. The Q1 financial and operating results call. That's today at 2 p.m. Pacific. Do I want to wait until 2 p.m. Pacific? Maybe. But then I might just pack up and come back for the Suzanne Trimbath AMA and Power Hour instead. Hold on. Event details. Click here for webcast. Join the webcast. Microvision will host a broadcast of this event on Thursday, April 29th, 2021 at 5 p.m. Eastern. Please log in a few minutes before the start of the event. System configuration test. My system has been tested. Great. Well, rockets in the chat if you guys want me to live stream the Microvision earnings report, which means I'd have to come back at like 30 minutes before Power Hour. Otherwise, I'll be sitting here for 8 hours. And you might be saying, what's wrong with that? Sean LA says, I'm getting tired mentally. I have a lot of shares. I want a little squeeze. I want any little squeeze. LA, Sean. Skylar Siddons is interested. Cody Becker is interested. Jonathan Davila. Bum, 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 bum. That's stonk market. Cosmo says, need more live streamers after hours, in my opinion. In my honest opinion, of course. Of course. So we're not expecting to see anything else until that Suzanne Trimbath AMA on Power Hour. And honestly, I'm not expecting to see much more price action either. Man, I would like for OBS to be skinny. One sec. How do I make it skinny as heck? Yeah, save changes. Well, you're not much skinnier. I didn't change anything. Rockets in that chat. Okay. Hey Andrew, can you explain a little bit more about the blue entries in cheat code? So when we look at here, these entry points are very similar to the take profit points here. It's just based on their prediction where you could enter if the price hits there. I would say don't look at those as much as the clear sell and buy indicators, because you don't know what actually ended up going into this entry point. So you're not 100% sure like if that's the right choice, if that makes sense. And remember, you gotta be able to like find the data provenance. Let's see. See what Cheat says about XL. I'm stuck in that thing. He's stuck in it. Good morning, XL. Quick treat for Meatball, says Mike O'Reilly. My pup just got out of the clink. Pins removed from his knee, costing me a small fortune. Worth it, Michael. Thank you so much for sharing. Hope your pup gets much better. But if your pup has an owner as nice as you, I have no doubt. XL. You'll notice that cheat code is looking a lot chunkier now that I'm making it smaller. Which is fine. I'm not trying to fat shame anything, but this is quite chunky. What can you do? No clear buy or sell signals on the 30-minute chart. You said that you were trying to get out, right? So there's a sell signal on the 30-minute chart. On the 5-minute chart, yeah, there's just not a lot of clear sell or buy signals here. So XL is a hold, unfortunately. They're all squeezing the wrong way. The Nasty Investor, cool username. Just created my own YouTube channel. Please look at my video AMC. We win. Game over. I dedicated an ape in your honor, Andrew. Aw, thanks so much. I'll watch your video after the stream. Between this stream and the next stream. You can check out the Nasty Investor in there. That's a good username. I like that. The Nasty Wasty Investorino. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna make a hotkey. Well, actually, what hotkey is connected to tab right now? None of them. Great. Hotkeys. Webull. Show left. Tab. Hide left. Tab. Okay, so that's that. And then in face, show left, hide left should also be tab. And then maybe caps lock for whiteboard. Show whiteboard, hide whiteboard. Done. Let's see if that works. I do tab. Ha 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 ha, so cool. And then I come over here. That's tabbing too. And the whiteboard doesn't work. Great. At least this works. So we have Mavis. We have the Mavis earning call coming up this afternoon. We also have the Suzanne Trimbath AMA coming after this afternoon. Not a lot of other stuff happening today, which is why I'm going to start wrapping up so that we can come back maybe like 30 minutes to an hour before Power Hour starts. And then a pull strong through the after hours all the way into the earnings call at 2 p.m. Pacific. Cheat code Mavis. One last time, looking at microvision, not likely going to see much of a difference here. On the 5-minute, no sell indicators yet. Or buy indicators, what we're looking for here. On the 30-minute, none. And on the hourly, none. No indicators for Mavis yet. disconnect this to practice for the next few days. And then I need to actually clean this up around here. Whoa. Whoa. Hello. Everything's still good? You guys still see me? Great. What I am going to say is I'm going to try and clean up some of this, some of these stickers here. A lot of great super stickers here. They don't belong. Okay, not this one. Oh my goodness. Ocugen. Let's take a look at Ocugen real quick before we go. Am I sure I want to move these 36 items? Yes. Great. What are these ones right now? Okay, these ones are those ones. No cartoon there. Okay, I need that. Why does this include that? There we go. So we'll do a quick price prediction for what we expect to see for AMC and GME. And then we will regroup later. Yeah. Okay, now it's a lot cleaner. So for AMC, we've been seeing it bounce around a good amount here. Wait, can I use this? May I have pen? Assign to display to. There we go. So we have AMC bouncing around these two levels of resistance right now. It did have an opportunity to stay within these two bands at 1035 to 1047. However, this path here that it could have stayed within was rejected before it even had a chance to try, and dropped all the way down here. Now, one of the first thoughts is that it actually got supported earlier than a level of resistance prior. So for AMC's sake, I would say that there is strong but not natural human behavior holding up AMC at 10. I want to say this is 1013. Yeah, somewhere between $9. So this is the bar that's going to likely be where AMC is. If it's attacked again, likely going to bounce off of AMC again. Coffee from Hector in the morning. Oh yeah. And for GME's sake, trending below its VWAP. Both our stocks are trending below its VWAP right now. For GME, I would imagine that there is a much higher chance that we are able to contest the VWAP here and start trending in between these two levels. So when I come back, I'm expecting AMC to be between 176 and 174. Pessimistically, I still expect a bounce here for it to trend below 174, worst case. Okay. It's working pretty well. Things seem pretty slow today. No, I agree. Why, if the hedges are trying to take it, still win a fight, are they not taking advantage of these low volume slow days? Because they're saving all of their borrowable shares for tomorrow. They want to be able to short this the stock a ton for tomorrow. Rittertopia 1, thank you so much for the nice comment. What the heck is going on with Willamette Valley Vineyards? What the heck is going on? Willamette Valley Vineyards. What the heck I'm gonna do? Whoa, yeah, what the heck is going on here? Okay. So gap up from $10 and now it's pushing against $15.90. This is way above it's way above overbought and yet still not getting a sell signal from cheat code. Let's see if it's a sell signal on the 5-minute. On the 5-minute, there was a 4 out of 4 sell signal here from $15.90. It paid off to drop it to $13. A weak buy signal here, but it would have brought it all the way up to still up to $15.90. So this sell signal was played out correctly. So it's a clear sign that if you want to look at Willamette, you do want to be able to look at it at the 5-minute or lower chart, because right now it's a scalp play. There are no indicators on the 30-minute or the hourly chart. So as of right now, this is just a stock on the precipice of a cliff, ready to fall. And yet the only indicators that make sense are the ones on the 5-minute and lower time frame. Whoa, now. Mr. Writer says almost demonetized there. Okay. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. We still have a SoFi video coming up. So let me tell you exactly what's coming up this afternoon. We have the Dr. Suzanne Trimbath. We have the daily technical analysis video that we need to do together. We have the Mavis Microvision earnings call at 5 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to be speeding through all of Power Hour and waiting an hour after Power Hour to hear this earnings call together. And finally, we have Mr. Skylar Siddon's IPOE video that we haven't yet covered. So we're going to cover IPOE after that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's a lot of fun ways to learn about the stock market, but I think this is a really good way to be able to. So I appreciate you guys jumping on board. We will see you in about 2-ish hours. And until then, stay beautiful. Peace. Okay, that's peace.